And we're back. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We want to thank a couple more of our sponsors. We've got George here with us. We'll get right into this just here briefly. We want to thank the 1907 restaurant located off River Street here in Ellijay, 1907 restaurant. UPS store of East Ellijay. And North Georgia Diamond located over in the East Ellijay Walmart Shopping Center. Promotional code fetchyournews.com. That's North Georgia Diamond. And Mattress Overstocked. Go see Gary, Richard, or Rhonda, the mattress lady, for the best mattress at the best price. They truly want to help you sleep better. Located in the East Ellijay Walmart Shopping Center. Mention you heard this ad on Fetch Your News. That's your promotional code, 706-698-7378. That's Mattress Overstock. Ellijay Fitness. Ellijay Fitness, 379 River Street here in Ellijay. You know, how you doing today, George?
Couldn't be better. Had a great weekend, Mother's Day weekend.
Killed a music line.
Went to Asheville Friday since...
Is this mic on?
Yeah. Since we weren't here Friday, we went there and spent a couple of nights at the Bohemian Hotel at Biltmore Estates. Very nice. And enjoyed the town. It's a lovely town, but it does have its problems. Everywhere I look, I saw Bernie stickers. I didn't see any Trump stickers or Cruz stickers that people tried to scrape off, but the weather was wonderful.
You hear about the tow truck driver that went and towed a car in because the lady had a Bernie sticker on the car?
Yeah.
He felt the burn. He said, "No, this is Shoopies or whatever. This don't say Bernie's." Yeah, he wouldn't pull the car. That was funny. A couple notes here, folks. Tonight, and I'm going to do this live, so you follow us on Facebook, Fetch Your News on Facebook, and follow me on Facebook or Twitter at Fetch Your News, #GMFTO. Tonight will be a candidate forum. The Chamber of Commerce in Dawson County will be holding a candidate forum. The State House District, that's the 7th District, that is Sam Snyder and David Ralston, and the 51st District State Senate candidates for the 51st District, that would be State Senator Steve Gooch and John Williamson, and that starts today at 5:30 as the meet and greet, probably comes on at 6, but follow us on Facebook. It's at the Dawson County Middle School Auditorium. So again, I will have that live tonight, and I'm going to be over there with that. There'll also be a town hall at the Gainesville Civic Center tonight. I forget what time that starts, and that will be for the 9th Congressional District candidates.
You're going to have somebody there videoing?
No, not the town hall in Gainesville. We are going to go to the Dawson County, the one in the town hall.
Your comments earlier on the candidates for Fannin County Sheriff have reminded me, because you touched on it without using the word, but are these candidates, will they be constitutional sheriffs? Well, of course, anybody who mentions raising money, funding money by having devices, surveillance devices installed, is not a constitutional sheriff and should be discarded as a candidate immediately without second thought.
George, you and I talked Friday, and I want to thank you for your strong, the way you bring that out. Constitutional sheriff, bottom line.
That's it.
Folks, I have to agree with George on this one wholeheartedly, and it's that simple. Ask your sheriff and find out if if your candidate is a constitutional sheriff. Can't agree more. George, I have an email that I have to read. Now, folks, I have told you out there to beware of candidates that avoid Fetch Your News. And I got an email on this, and I've had several. I promise my listeners and viewers today that I will send an invitation to Mr. David Ralston and Mr. Sam Snyder to come here and sit down. And I have not, just so you know, I'm not trying to indicate that Mr. Snyder has avoided FetchYourNews.com making any comments. We have went to several of the forums he was at, and we've went there. He waited patiently all day for Mr. Ralston, and Mr. Ralston, my understanding, had the incorrect time, is what I was told by the event coordinator for Saturday's forum, and Mr. Snyder had to speak by himself on the stage. So he has not avoided FetcherNews.com, and I know several of you have sent me messages asking why I have not interviewed him. I will send those invitations out today. I promise that. I'm trying to cover 9 and 10 counties right now and go different places, you know, so I know that. But I will tell you the candidates that are avoiding Fetcher News. I got an email. I asked you about Senator Gooch had a fundraiser. Senator Gooch, you sent me an email. Senator Gooch has raised only $349,000 for his campaign fund. There is never enough money, and you take it wherever you can get it. This was concerning my governor's fundraiser. I believe Casey Cagle and Sam Owens were there also. So yes, there was a fundraiser for State Senator Steve Gooch where Casey Cagle, Sam Owens, and especially Governor Nathan Deal attended. So that's an email I received on the show. Anything new?
Well, the GOP.
I have to take a brief break. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I did.
I set your high blood pressure pills aside over there in a glass of water, so I think you'll survive that. It's interesting getting to know you and see how fast you go up and how fast you come down.
I'll take that. I will take that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, now what is happening is the GOP as a political party is in total disarray. They are in disarray. I'll give you an example. Here is Cruz and Rubio now being considered one or other as a VP candidate. But here's one. The GOP likely to remove Nevada from early nominating contests due to low turnout. So here's a bunch of people we don't even know are elect, but we know, we can barely suspect who they are, deciding, well, Nevada's GOPers in Nevada don't count. Well, we need to replace Harry Reid. Now, he's not running again, but we've got to have a Republican take that seat. And so, simple. It's just falling apart, and they're totally in disarray over Trump. A few people have got behind him. Gingrich is one. He's told the GOP, listen, this is the people. Even John McCain today abandoned himself, separated himself from Lindsey Graham, and said Trump is the candidate that the conservatives have picked, and we better start looking at that. George, now they're trying. Let me
go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go right ahead.
They're trying to rope in this Trump phenomena and make it Republican. But it's not Republican, it's conservative. And the Republican is just a business, just an organization who happened to, for many years, be in control of the political process allegedly for conservatives in the Constitution and smaller government. And then yet we see on Drudge Report today, headline, Kerry says we need a world without borders. So we're talking about the one world. We have to refocus our whole political reasoning as to why we have political parties and what they're doing for us. The GOP has abandoned any pretense of being a conservative political party. Now, they're not communists by any means, but they're moving socialist. And we know that because of their immigration policy, their refusal to argue against the immigration policies or stop Obama on anything. They funded everything he asked for with the omnibus spending bill. They promised they would attack Obamacare, and yet even today, it's nearing collapse, and they have done nothing to help that collapse, except they are talking about now about increasing Medicare and Medicaid, which is what? A single payer. So, you know, the questions are, Trump doesn't need a Republican Party. But we have conservative parties out there, the Libertarians being the primary ones. And so the third party or a fourth party, I don't know what's going to happen, but Trump is the third party.
Well, a couple things. Number one, folks, do me a favor, please. I'm going to ask you to consider the source. Consider who is giving you the information right now. Consider who is is telling you about third party runs by Mitt Romney. Consider who's trying to manipulate the story. Consider who's trying to tell you what direction Donald Trump's going in. Consider every bit of that. And if you're not hearing it from George and myself and some other talk show hosts that I respect throughout the country and news sources, consider it, okay? I, for one, took the weekend off. Now, I did not take the weekend off, but I did not watch one of the morning shows yesterday. I made sure that I did not watch George Stephanopoulos' great thinking of which direction Donald Trump's going to go now. I don't want to hear it, okay? I did not watch Chuck Todd figure out where they're going. Take a break, folks. Take a break. They're trying everything to manipulate the story, turn it their direction. Now, let's use an example. Trump said something about minimum wage. Oh my God, it's going through the roof. Do you realize, and I'm going to say this, how brain dead Bernie Sanders followers are? They're brain dead. Now you're going to say, well, that's not nice because, a lot of these kids are in colleges. Have you checked the brain dead kids in the colleges? Okay. Look, folks, they're cheering for free school and they're cheering for minimum wage increases, these people are, and they don't like Hillary Clinton. So if Donald Trump says every once in a while, you know what, I think that minimum wage needs to be considered. Look, Bernie voters just decided to go vote for Donald Trump. He's not dumb. He's a businessman. He knows you can't raise minimum wage through the roof and run a business. He's not dumb. He's a businessman. He knows that you can't raise taxes to a point that a business can't, make it. So don't get nervous. They're just getting nervous. Yep. And Trump's going to say stuff.
It's the next disaster. Oh, okay. We've got to stop.
Don't get nervous that Paul Ryan said he was reserving. Don't get nervous about that. Don't get nervous about all the possible vice presidential picks. Don't get nervous about any of it. Relax. Take a couple of days off from it. Tune into this show. Take it. Now, me telling people to relax. You catch that, isn't it?
But you're getting practiced at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, from the weekend, I didn't even want... the one thing that really gets under my skin is when they say, well, Donald Trump is meeting with Paul Ryan. And Paul Ryan is a Reagan Republican.
No,
he's not. He would have never sent that omnibus bill to the floor to be voted on. Ronald Reagan would never have accepted that bill on day one.
Well,
never.
We know that. And right now, even Sarah Palin is out saying that Paul Ryan is going to be cantered, as in Eric Cantor. It may happen, it may not, but he's going to have to defend his seat in Wisconsin. He's going to have to defend his seat in Wisconsin. And if he's gone, if he's not elected there just as a representative, he's certainly not going to be the Speaker of the House.
I'm telling you, incumbents are in trouble.
They are. We have one here in North Georgia, I think, who just might be in more trouble than he realized.
Incumbents are in trouble, and they are. And here's the thing: is the number one. I said this earlier, George, at the beginning of the show. The number one thing that exit polling brought out with Democrats and Republicans both, the American people feel betrayed.
Oh, I've said that.
Not disappointed. Disappointed and betrayed are two different levels.
Yeah.
Disappointed, I could be disappointed this afternoon and we can get back together tomorrow. Betrayed is a different level than disappointed. And trust me, when people feel betrayed, their emotion is not, no matter how much you talk to them, no matter how much you explain, they're not interested in hearing it no more. And that's where I think the American people are.
It's trust.
Huh?
And people do not trust the GOP. They cannot be trusted to be conservative. They can be trusted to be lackeys to the Democrat Party, to the Socialist Party, but they cannot be trusted. Nobody likes it. I mean, no, they can't be trusted.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have it pulled up. I've heard this over and over, George. Trump just needs to keep in mind the things that caused him to be the number one primary Republican vote getter, I think, in their history. When you start hearing Mitt Romney and John McCain, they don't even come close to the votes that Donald Trump has received. people are coming out and voting for him. Told the West Virginia coal miners they're going back to work. Told the people in Michigan they're going back to work. If he will stay focused on the people, he does not have to worry about one day of hearing Mitt Romney.
Or Lindsey Graham or McCain. Those people are finished. Their political cup is empty. They have nothing to offer except what we already know has not worked for conservatives.
Florida, folks, I'm going to take a break, but I want to throw this out here for you. You will hear in the next week, I think you may hear a very strong endorsement from Marco Rubio for Donald Trump. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think that young man, A, wants a position with Donald Trump for a couple years. But I think that young man might think he would like to be governor of Florida. And don't you forget, you might not think so, Trump beat in Florida 2-time sitting Governor Jeb Bush, a sitting senator, okay, and all the Democrats down there, and took Florida. Here's what I think. I think Marco Rubio is smart enough to understand in 2 years that if the economy is roaring back, if Donald Trump is president of the United States and the economy is roaring back, that he would like to have Donald Trump on the campaign trail with him through Florida, endorsing him for governor of Florida. He'd like to have that. And I'm telling you, that's my guess today, is Marco Rubio is going to shock people, and he is going to get on the Trump train.
Well, that raises a potential conundrum. What if Cruz is not appointed to the Supreme Court and decides to become governor of Texas? They're both shooting for the same prize, the presidency down the road. They've created an animosity between themselves already. We have another great battle coming up potentially.
I don't know. I think you're right, but I did.
And then we still have Scott Walker.
But I think Rubio wants to be governor of Florida, and all he needs is Rubio needs to stay relevant for a couple years. He needs to keep his name out there for a couple years, and Trump can help him keep his name out.
Absolutely agree.
And then he can go on to Florida, run for governor. Scott down in Florida will support him. Yes. The sitting governor, and Donald Trump will support him.
Is his mandated time about up? Is this?
I think this is it. So 2018 could be.
They're looking for the big prize. They're looking for the big prize.
Exactly.
And they took a shot at it and lost. Interesting. Hugh Hewitt, I think, radio broadcaster, he said that he made 11 out of 12 predictions correct, but in fact he didn't. He said that he thought that Marco Rubio would come in third in Indiana, but Marco Rubio dropped out. But he, in fact, was third in delegate count because Kasich was fourth, but he was the last man standing. I mean, he hung in there despite all evidence to the contrary.
Hey, you know what? We're going to take a brief break here, and we're gonna go to break by Mother's Wisdom. My mom said yesterday, obviously, I called my mother to say Happy Mother's Day, and as you would guess, we talked about politics for an hour. So it runs in the family. But my mother says Ted Cruz for Supreme Court. That's it. We're going to go to break. We'll come back. We'll have George's final thoughts. And don't forget, stay tuned at 10 o'clock this morning for North Georgia's only live online morning newscast with Kevin Hensley, The Morning Report. Lonnie, take us to break.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any quality toppings, any crust, and any 2 freshly made medium pizzas. Get your favorite high-quality specialties like meat lovers or backyard barbecue chicken, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine.
El Rey.
El Rey and Ellijay.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilbert County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
New Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
And we're back. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I am BKP here with George. And Jerry is on the line with us. Jerry, what's up, buddy?
Listen, last week, I have a real close friend of mine, which you know him from church. They're very good people, without a doubt. They're probably they're my neighbors. They're my neighbors. I go to church with them, going on 25 years. I've rubbed elbows with them. Never had a cross word with them. They're personal friends. So their daughter's a little messed up on drugs. And she's 30-some years old, kids, you know, and lifestyle's not the best. Well, Fox News, Lauren Green from Fox News hosts what they call the Walter Hooven home. That's where these women are that's getting their life together. Banquet every year to raise money on Broadway. Well, I went with them. I never dreamed it was going to be that big. This place was huge in the Crown Plaza. The whole ballroom was full. So when she got up to speak, Lauren Green, I don't know if your listeners know.
Yeah, I know
who she
Lauren
is.
Green. Yeah.
Okay. She said she wants to thank her boss and his wife for being here tonight, Mr. Roger Ailes. I lean over to Bill, my neighbor. And Bill leans over to me and he goes, wow, he's here. And I said, he's way up there in the front. Well, this is over, man. I pushed my way up there. I wanted to meet the guy. So there was a guy standing talking to him. He was leaned over on a little cane, and it was him. I says, are you Mr. Ailes? He said, yes. What can I do for you? I said, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a total fan of your Fox News. I said, I watch it religiously. In the mornings, I can't get out because I'm watching it. I didn't want to tell him about MSNBC out of Florida. Right? I'm like, but I told the girls that was there. Neville, what's her name? Arthel. She's on at 6 o'clock there. I told her. She was giggling. Anyway, I says to him, Mr. Ailes. I says, your Fox News station has definitely been what I watch. I'd say 75% of my TV watching. And he said, good. I'm glad to hear that. I says, no, but I said, shoot me straight. I said, this election. I said, this is what I said to him. Put my arm around him. I says, Roger. I said, shoot.
Yeah, wait, shut the hell up. You didn't put your arm around Roger Ailes.
Swear to God I did. Stood there, put my arm around him, and leaned into him. Conversation, man to man. Swear on my two kids. Okay? Swear, put my arm around him. I said, Roger. I said, shoot me straight on.
You said Roger.
No, I said Mr. Ailes.
All right.
That part I can't lie. Get caught up in this media. You must not be lying.
Yeah, you're in the media now. You're lying.
No, I said, Mr. Ailes, shoot me straight. I said, what do you see in this election? He said, it's going to be one for the century. And I said, well, also shoot me straight. I said, the Trumpster. And he started laughing. This I did say. I said, the Trumpster. I said, where do you see the Trumpster? What's going on with Trump? And he goes, Trump took on 16 credible, powerful men. And he's the last one standing. I said, well, where do you see Trump and Clinton? This is the quote. Now, this is his quote. He said, I got my money on Donald Trump. I said,
now Roger Ailes looked at you and said that quote.
Said, I quote, am I too good? I have my money on Donald Trump. And I said, are you serious? She said, absolutely. Donald Trump took on 16 people, and one, I think he can take on one and win. I have my money on Donald. Now,
So what? Now you
he could have said to me, he's off the wall. He ain't gonna make it. The conservatives. He plainly did the quote the words Roger Ailes said to me. Said him arm around Brian.
The only thing I wish you would have asked Roger Ailes is what he thought drove Glenn Beck crazy.
No, I think there's.
You know what your mom said? You know what your mom said last night? I swear to God. You know what your mom said? Your mom says she thinks Glenn Beck's drinking again.
Oh, well, listen. Here's what I think drove.
I swear to God.
Crazy. I think what drove Glenn Beck crazy. He had to be married to one woman. Couldn't quite take it. And Glenn Beck, thought that, growing up, he thought he had all he could stand. Well, when reality hit in, he had one measly wife. He was done, man. I hate to say that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Glenn.
No, I heard him. This is what I heard Glenn Beck say. You got me nervous about this line on this media. But Glenn Beck said one morning, listen to him, that who is the government to tell you how many people you can love? I heard him say that, right? More or less in the defense of the Mormon religion of many wives. He was not on board with the government saying you can't have 5, 6, 7 wives. He was not on board with it. Okay? That's what I think drove Glenn Beck crazy. I think there's a conspiracy on the Mormon side, but I'm not going to get deep into that. But between him and Romney, it seems like that they came out. That one religion came out more against Trump than any other. The evangelicals didn't.
Yeah, well, Glenn Beck is, I think, jokingly say he's back drinking. Hey, listen, give me your take on the Kentucky Derby. Did you watch Kentucky Derby?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I watched the Kentucky Derby all day. My girlfriend was sick, so I was over out taking care of her, so I kept it on all day, and I watched it.
It only took
and
7
it was
minutes.
funny because they brought out the Japanese horse, right? And he was bucking, and they're saying, well, this is new to this horse. First
Japanese
time in the
horse?
race. Yeah, and I'm thinking, man, this is his first and last time. If he don't pay that tariff, somebody shut him down. He won't run next year. They paid a tariff, or Trump will shut them down. Simple as that. That Japanese horse knows it too. He came out of stalls. He was jumping up and down. They couldn't hardly get him in the stall. He's thinking, man, how are we going to pay that tariff? He sounded like Vicente Fox. I said, man, look at this horse jumping up and down. Look at Vicente. Is he called Vicente?
Yeah.
I was cracking up. I said, damn, Japs going to have to pay that tariff, boy. Next year, Trump ain't going to let him run, and he knows it. It's win or lose.
It's win or lose.
Yeah, Trump will charge a tariff on the Japanese horse for the Kentucky Derby. I can't wait.
Jerry,
Can't wait.
buddy, I got to run. You got anything else? You got maybe 30 seconds. You got anything else?
Yeah, I want to say this real quick, and everything I just told you about Roger Ailes is 100% true, people. 100%. Okay, but I want to say this quick. That media is no good. I don't mean you. I love you. You're my brother. I know you're an honest as the days are long. That won't change. Okay?
We wonder.
Okay, but one thing, that media is definitely snakes. They don't give up, man. Its head is still coming up. It's like you got its head cut off of a snake, and then its body got to squirm for a while before it dies. They're squirming. The head's cut off, okay? Trump's a nominee. They're squirming, man. When they say the conservatives, let me tell you something. Conservatives voted for Trump.
Well, you know, I'm tired of hearing the
With
conservatives.
him. He is the conservative. I don't quite understand that. I'm come from a conservative family, and every last one of us voted for Trump. Okay? My neighbors, the biggest Weiner family, biggest years, every last one of them voted for Trump. They're conservatives. Where do they keep getting off going saying he's got to win over the conservatives? What do you mean win over?
Look, they keep saying the conservative wing of the party. Look, if there was anything conservative about Washington, D.C., they would not have passed that omnibus bill, and Paul Ryan wouldn't be Speaker of the House, and so on and so forth.
I'm going to tell you this, and
All
I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave you with this.
Okay.
How did we allow boys to go in girls' bathrooms, girls to go in boys' bathrooms with this conservative Republican government we got, minus president? We own the government. How did we get there? I don't know. Pat Toomey on there talking about his principles. I'm not blaming you, but I'm telling you that you were there when it all went down. I don't know if you're responsible. I don't know if I don't know who's responsible for this happening to our society, but the Republicans own the House, buddy. They own the government, or the Republicans. How did we get there? They're talking about their principles. Wait, hold on a minute. You brought this on us. Somehow you should have shut this down. You should have never allowed this to make it to the halls of your Congress. How did we get there?
Department of Education should have been ended 2 years ago.
Win them over? No, you got to win us back over because you lost us people.
All right, Jerry, I got to go, man. I got to go.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day. That's Jerry. Yes, that's my brother. I never know where he's going. Can you follow that with some final thoughts of the day?
Well, I can. As a matter of fact, it's
at this time we always like to save some space here for George to have some final thoughts of the day. George, what do you have? Everybody got some thoughts. Media's crooked. Jerry said we're okay though.
A little nostalgia. Let's look back and let's look forward. How do we put the awful legacy of the past 8 years of Obama behind us? How do we disengage from the imposed stupefying social forces of top-down management over our lives and return to a proven form of successful government by the people from the bottom up that provides dignity in labor, wealth creation through personal sacrifice and hard work, by work ethic of self-determination, like our Constitution promised. Government's role is to protect and encourage us, not inhibit us by picking winners and losers through policies that have failed time and time again throughout history, the world over. Governments should not stop us as individuals from pursuing our dreams and goals, nor force us to pay for the wants and demands of the losers. Ted Cruz got this far. Trump has said that American interests lie in production, not ideological hopes. America's foreign policy should be conducted in America's interests, not in the interest of world banks or trade organizations. America first will be the major and overriding theme of my administration, quote, Trump. Trump repudiates isolationism by seeking to develop an American-focused internationalism, which marks a major difference with what our government's foreign policy has been for the past couple of generations. Trump said, we will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. The important goals cannot be achieved while Americans retain no confidence in their country's leadership, especially the Republican Party. Trump has said that no country ever prospered when it failed to put its own interests first. America's policies, especially under Obama, have been directed to trying to achieve impossible goals in foreign lands where the denizens who live there don't want them. Fascist Islam will always trump democracy when given the opportunity. Trump sees this and asks why. An American first policy necessarily must look to protecting its borders. Americans are shocked that our politicians are less interested in defending our borders than those of foreign countries. To succeed, Americans must truly believe that their government is once again putting the American people first, especially on the issues of trade, immigration, foreign policy, jobs, and restoring the personal income potentials of genuine American workers, not foreigners. Trump has said, I quote, "We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism, that the nation state remains the true foundation for happiness and harmony." Trump continued, he said he was skeptical of international unions that tie us up and bring America down, and he will never enter America into any agreement that reduces our ability to control our own affairs, and that no American citizen will ever again feel that their needs come second to the citizens of foreign countries. Now, why didn't Ted Cruz say it, put it that way? And best of all, Trump has said, we will not apologize for becoming successful again, but will instead embrace the unique heritage that makes us who we are. The world is most peaceful and most prosperous when America is strongest. America will continually play the role of peacemaker. We will always help to save lives and indeed humanity itself. But to play that role, we must make America strong again. We must make America respected again. And we must make America great again. If we do that, perhaps this century can be the most peaceful and prosperous the world has ever known. Now I see a path forward, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I'm sorry, I appreciate every bit of that, and I thank you for it. But I'm still struggling with Donald Trump's going to put a tariff on that Japanese horse.
Why not? There's probably two of them.
But Jerry I never know. And I'll tell you what, he's telling you the truth about Roger Ailes, and he's not afraid of people. He went to Broadway to New York City. He says, "That Roger Ailes?" He's that kind. He went right up there. I tell you, the guy. So I never know with him. The Japanese horse is going to get a tariff on him. He better run because this is his last free year, right?
He's got 3 races.
That's it. If he's coming back, he'll pay the tariff.
Two more races.
Huh?
He's got 2 more races here to make a name for himself.
That's it. And he's got to pay next time he comes back. Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I've got a little final thought I want to share with you, and I thank George for coming in every day. We're going to take the next 2 weeks, and we're going to line up as many interviews as we can in the morning hour. So we're going to do that because we only got 2 weeks left. My goal has always been at fetchernews.com to make sure you get the most information. So I'll be sending out some emails today, inviting some candidates to come down and talk with us and talk to you, actually, the voters. So we're going to stress that for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be our schedule. If you'd like to sponsor our show, don't forget 706-889-9700. If you have a commercial you would like to run, you just let us know. We can get that taken care of for you. Or if you just like get your ad on fetchernews.com. LJ Fitness, 379 River Street in LJ. That's LJ Fitness, 706-636-2348. WebWorks Lawn Care, locally owned, reliable service. Call Justin Webb. He's ready to work for you. Give him a call at 706-889-4893. That's WebWorks Lawn Care. He does mowing, trimming, leaf blowing, edging, cleanup, and more. Give him a call for a free estimate today. 515 north into Fannin County. Take a left on Highway 5. Go down about a mile on the left-hand side. You won't miss it. Monsieur's Orchard. Go down there. Breakfast, lunch, fresh. and also plenty of nice apples and even maybe a little hard cider if you'd like.
They have the fried apple pies that are to die for. Only the Walkers I can think of years ago had the great fried apple pies, but
That is a
Mercedes-
North Georgia thing, ain't
That
it?
is
I'm
a
telling
North
you.
Georgia thing. My
Spend a whole week and just go to
God.
each one and try a fried apple pie contest.
and-
Maybe we should have 12
And
here.
you can also get boysenberry jelly up there too.
Ooh. Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. Stop today at Blue Ridge Ace Hardware and check out the Amish furniture. A couple notes. Tonight over at the Gainesville Civic Center, I think it starts at 7 o'clock. Gainesville Civic Center is the town hall for the 9th Congressional District candidates. I will not be there at that town hall, but there's a town hall for 9th Congressional District candidates. If you Google that, you will find out how to, I think it's on WDUN tonight. Go to WDUN. We'll be holding that and covering that.
The Tea Party website as well.
Absolutely. Dawson Chamber of Commerce, at the Dawson Chamber of Commerce, and they do a great job with their forums. Tonight at the Dawson Middle School at 5:30, meet and greet. I think it'll start at 6, but I'm going to do this one live, so you'll be able to go to fetchernews.com and click on FYN TV. Will be House District 7, between Speaker of the House David Ralston and his opponent Sam Snyder, and then State Senate District 51, which will be State Senator Steve Gooch and John Williamson. That's tonight at the Dawson Middle School. I told you this morning, there's two things, there's a couple things, and I get stuck on politics sometimes, but I just want to tell you, I want to thank Congressman Doug Collins' office for including me in something Saturday night. I was the only media that attended, and I was the only one there from any media. Lonnie, can you put both the pictures up of the young men? I was able to see these young men are going to the Naval Academy. Austin Pierce from Lumpkin County, he's going for track, and Garrett Sellers from Gilmer County for football, and they're both going to the Naval Academy, and you have to have a congressional recommendation. And the congressman does not just write a letter saying, hey, will you let these individuals in? They're nice guys. They have to go before a panel that Congressman Doug Collins assembles, and they have to complete a very strenuous, detailed interview before they're accepted into the program, which he will write a letter for. So I enjoyed that. I want to mention one more thing I'm going to get an opportunity to do that I'm all excited about. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be down at Big Canoe, and I'm going to be able to watch Mr. John Misbach, an Army veteran, receive his Bronze Star, a Purple Heart, and Vietnam Service Medal, and a few military awards. I'm going to be able to watch that today, and I really enjoy seeing our veterans get the awards and the recognition they deserve, and I look forward to getting to do that. I'll have some pictures on our show in the morning also for that.
Did you know your nose is glowing?
Yes.
It's very, very red. It's probably
you just now figured that out?
Well, the shine, you hit it.
I sit all day in the sun, all day, and I did not put any sunscreen on my slope here all day long. And look here, my watch, I didn't take my watch off. Tops of my ears are red. They're burning all right. I think they're burning from...
You're not very prepared, are you?
I was prepared Saturday.
But you didn't take a hat or sunscreen.
I didn't. You're correct on that.
Well, that's just a little thing.
Well, it's supposed to be 82, and I didn't think,
It was all of 82.
And
anyway, you've done good. You don't need a hat over Dawson tonight.
No, I will not. It'll
sunscreen.
be in the middle school, which is very nice, and they have great internet. I always love great internet. They had great internet Friday up at the Chamber of Commerce there at Fannin, didn't they, Lonnie? Great internet, and what I mean by that is our speeds. We can broadcast. I have done Dawson Middle School before, and our broadcast is great over there. Folks, get in touch with us, 706-889-9700. If you want to send me a message, if you want to call, hey, the show ends now, but that is my hotline. That's the hotline. And also send me an email, chief@fetchernews.com. Now, stay tuned because there's going to be a brief political message from a candidate, paid for by the candidate, and after that, a couple brief commercials. It's Mother's Day, so I called my mom last night, right? So I'm waiting for her to talk about the show. All right?
She watch it?
Yeah, but I'm waiting to hear about the show. You know what she talks about? The commercials. Which one's her favorite commercial? I said, what about some of the stuff I do? She's telling me her favorite commercial. I'm like, okay, all right.
Did you see anything about me?
Huh?
No, okay.
No, she liked the commercials. You know her favorite commercial? The Wells Waste commercial where the guy's throwing the bag in. That's her favorite commercial. She waits for that one every day.
That's a good one.
Wells Waste. Hey, folks, we're out. Don't forget, stay tuned because after these brief messages and this message from a political candidate, Kevin Hensley with North Georgia's only live online newscast, The Morning Report, will be up with all your local news in the North Georgia area. Lonnie, let's get out of here. George, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise. And you're going to tell us what that means tomorrow. You've told me what that meant in Creek Indians, right?
Yep.
I remember.
It has nothing to do with water.
That's right.